Hello and welcome to Leeds. We're so glad you could join us. The stage is set, the keys are polished and the cameras are poised. The Leeds International Piano Competition is back with a resounding flourish for 2024. As well as launching applications today, we're going to tell you all about the next competition. We'll be hearing from former competitors about what the Leeds has meant for their careers, meeting the jury and finding out what they look for in a prize-winning performance, and discovering how we support competitors during the competition and much more. Since starting in 1963, the Leeds International Piano Competition has launched the careers of some of the greatest pianists of our time. If you're a young pianist, this could be your moment to ignite your musical career on the international stage. The competition offers an unparalleled platform for pianists to shine with an audience of millions through Medici TV, the BBC and YouTube. This, alongside our leading career development programme, Competitor Plus, provides all our competitors with the exposure and the skills they need to thrive in the modern music industry. For the winner, a transformative prize package includes worldwide management with Askenis Holt, a debut recording with Warner Classics, recitals at prestigious UK venues like Wigmore Hall, and European and East Asian tours in association with Steinway. Moreover, it offers broadcast opportunities with the BBC and an extensive range of national and international engagements with prominent promoters and orchestras, including the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra. This is also your chance to join the legendary Leeds lineage of prize winners. To tell you more about this lineage and the history of the competition, I'd like to hand over to our Artistic Director, Adam Gatehouse.
I'm standing in front of the Leeds Town Hall. Now, this magnificent Victorian edifice has played host to some of the greatest musicians of all time. Rachmaninoff, Rubinstein, Lang Lang, they've all played here. And it's also played host for the last 60 years to the finals of the Leeds International Piano Competition. Now, we at the Leeds are very proud of our history and heritage. It was founded 60 years ago in 1963 by three remarkable women, Dame Fanny Waterman, Marion Harwood and Rosalind Lyons. Together, they had a dream, a vision if you like, to turn Leeds into an international piano mecca. And very soon that dream was realised. In 1969, in just the third competition, was won by Radu Lupu, who became a piano legend of the last 50 years. The following competition in 1972, the winner was the equally legendary Mari Parra. And the list of alumni is a truly extraordinary one, including Mitsuko Uchida, Andras Schiff, Lars Vogt, Sunwook Kim, and our last two winners, Eric Liu and Alim Bezimbayev. And we'd like you, the new generation of outstanding young pianists, to come to Leeds to form part of the next chapter in our exciting history. But don't just take my word for it. Here are some of the past alumni of the last 50 years to tell you what the Leeds has meant to them.
It's been a while since I've been to Leeds, but I have such fond memories of my time during the competition. From the incredible, knowledgeable and helpful staff that worked at the competition, to my fellow competitors, the great music making during the competition, and last but not least, the knowledgeable and really fantastic audience indeed. My life, of course, changed practically overnight after winning the first prize, and for that I will always be thankful. It is really my pleasure to ask you to apply for the next competition, and good luck. Let's see what the Leeds can do for you and what you can do for the world. Happy music making.
The Leeds International Piano Competition, the whole thing is really very, very special. But one of the most remarkable things is that it's friendliness. Well, the competition is run by top professional people, of course, but there are so many volunteer people working for the competition as well. I remember when I arrived at the Leeds, I was immediately surrounded by so many wonderful volunteer people, and we just started chatting. Well, I didn't have a career before I went to the Leeds. I was a student. And after the Leeds International Piano Competition, suddenly I became a professional musician. Suddenly my diary was full of concerts. Well, between you and me, I would say, at the Leeds, you don't have to win the first prize all the time. Of course, if you win the first prize, big career is waiting for you. I came the third prize, but my career is very busy. I do all kinds of things. I perform, I teach, I adjudicate, I write. I am just all the time really extremely busy, and this is all out of the Leeds. So, well, you will get to meet a lot of wonderful people, wonderful musicians, world top musicians, professional music promoters, business people, all kinds of people at the Leeds. And it could be a life-changing time for you, just like it was for me.
Leeds has played a very crucial role in my life and my career. It was really after this participation that so many of the most unforgettable and important concerts in my life have taken place. And also just the life it's given me, to be able to travel the world and see so many places and meet so many wonderful people and audiences, and to share this music with people. And I have a lot to thank for that.
Everything at the Leeds is so well organized. I mean, I still remember this memory. The day before the semi-final, suddenly I discovered that I had no more shirts. So I had no more clothes to go on stage, and I was very worried about, and so I was looking for somebody to help me. And I discovered a super nice lady from the board of the organization who took great care of my situation, and she bring my shirt to her house, and the day after at 8 o'clock I had my shirt completely clean. I mean, what I wanted to say is that you feel that you are part of a big family. Everything makes you very much comfortable. You have a lot of pianos where to practice. The pianos on stage during the performance, pianos are very well prepared, very well created by the Steinway technicians. So you can just think about your playing and your interpretation, and the organization of the Leeds will think about everything else.
I think the Leeds competition is so special because it has an amazing pedigree, and on top of the pedigree, they're really looking how to go forwards in the world of music. So there's lots to look forward to in this competition. The Leeds competition is such a special event because it takes place in Yorkshire. And in Yorkshire, you get great hospitality, and the welcome is huge, and there's a whole host of people, volunteers willing to really look after you. The Leeds competition made a huge difference to my life. Overnight, I had concerts. The day before, I didn't have any. So, you know, these competitions can change things dramatically immediately, or you can have a slow burn after that. Both ways are great, but the thing is, apply and have a try.
I really enjoyed being in this beautiful city, meeting so many amazing people and all the volunteers from the competition. And that at that time when I participated, we all lived in Devonshire Hall, and I felt myself really comfortable. And this is quite unique, I think. I took part in many competitions before, and I never felt like at home. And this is so important, and this is so supportive. of course. The Leeds is one of the most important competitions in the world. But I think the thing helped me to win the Leeds was that I didn't come there to compete. I came there to share the music, and all the atmosphere in the Leeds competition helped me. And I believe that this special thing about the Leeds International Piano Competition, as the kindness, the support and admiration of your talent actually will make everything you to become a real artist.
So as you've just heard, being part of the Leeds allows you to join a star-studded list of alumni who've all gone on to do extraordinary things after the competition. But that's just the first step. The next step is introducing you to a truly international audience. And to talk about that, I'd like to hand over to our presenter and host of our live relays, Petrok Trelawney.
Taking part in the Leeds means you will be seen by an international audience. The competition's broadcast around the world on Medici.tv, Amadeus TV and on the BBC. And for the first time ever, it's going to be on YouTube, enabling you to connect with young classical music lovers wherever they are. Here's the winner of the 2021 competition, Alim Besimbayev, to tell us a bit more about the impact of the Leeds' international presence.
Watching back some of my performances on Medici, well, not straight after I've played, but soon after I've played, and I just found it incredible, the fact that so many people, and apparently millions, were watching or something like that, and but it was quite overwhelming, the whole atmosphere and all the supporting messages from friends and people as well, and you know that sort of it's a really big event, and a lot of people in the music industry were following it really intently. The Leeds competition is something that I've known about for a very long time. It's one of the biggest competitions in the world, considering the past winners. These are some of the greatest musicians in history, and hearing about the fact that they had gone through the Leeds competition in the past, it certainly was a big motivation for me. My life has changed drastically since winning the Leeds, and it's opened so many doors for me, and it's been quite an incredible journey. I think I wouldn't have had the opportunity to perform in some of the dream venues that I have done already, and so many performances abroad as well, and it took, for example, visiting South Korea was one of my dreams, and I had a tour in South Korea last year, and it was a very special experience.
As you've just heard, winning the competition can be hugely transformative. However, we're passionate that being part of the Leeds should mean all our competitors have the skills, knowledge and opportunities to ignite their careers and thrive in the modern music industry. To tell you more about how we do this through our Competitor Plus programme, here's David.
What makes Leeds really different is how we offer all our pianists remarkable career-enhancing possibilities through our Competitor Plus programme. Before arriving in Leeds, we're providing guidance on how to build your digital presence to help you connect with our global audience during the competition. When you get to Leeds, you'll also attend industry insight sessions with agents, record labels, media experts, gain constructive feedback from jurors, and meet a career coach, all to give you the knowledge and support you will need to thrive in the modern music industry. After the competition, you'll also be able to use all of the footage of your performances to help you kickstart promoting your career. As well as leading career support, we want you to have the best instruments possible to perform on. Here's Ulrich from Steinway to tell you more about those.
You see me surrounded by a number of concert grands behind me, and at the competition we will have 2 concert grands in action. And the piano is actually lined up behind me. It's piano serial number 610958. That will also be the #1 proms pianos this year. So it's a piano that is specially selected and prepared to be used with orchestra, with a big orchestral sound. The other thing that is very important is that the pianos are prepared as best as possible for the venues and for the repertoire. And then during the competition in Leeds and Bradford, one has, of course, a very close dialogue with the competitors to help them make friends with the piano and get the most out of the instrument. Steinway London has a very special relationship with Leeds, mainly because of the late Dame Fanny Waterman. Dame Fanny Waterman was somebody I was very close to as well, from when I started working at the Leeds Piano Competition in the mid-90s. And it's very nice that with Dame Fanny now not with us anymore, the relationship between Steinway and Sons and the Leeds Piano Competition is as strong as it's ever been. Since Leeds University has become an old Steinway school and is kitted out with a lot of practice pianos, and the competitors live on campus, most of the practice facilities are actually supplied by the university with resident pianos, and they are either Boston or Essexes and Steinways, and they are looked after by us and the resident tuners. One thing that is very nice for us as a company is that during the Leeds Piano Competition we meet competitors, like the past winner Alumni, who has been here at Steinway Hall many times before, and many times since he won the competition. Looking back in history, if you look at past winners like Radu Lupu, Mari Pariah, Mitsuko Chida, Andras Schiff, Arthur Pizarro, late Vogt, they are all pianists that I've been looking after here in this department, and they are all born out of the Leeds. And that's a wonderful continuation of a relationship that starts in Leeds between us, the piano makers, between people like me who work on pianos and artists that then have a performing career where they will use Steinway pianos the way they used them at the competition.
Of course, no competition is complete without its jury. And we at the Leeds have assembled a really top-class international jury for our 2024 competition, including some of the leading names in the piano world of today. And I would like to hand over to Dame Imogen to tell you a little bit more about what we as a jury will be looking for.
Well, in the spirit of the Leeds, we are all looking for pretty much the same thing. That indefinable something that makes us sit up after only a few bars. A personal voice, an ease at the instrument, a capacity to not only make the piano sound wonderfully and orchestrally, but also for that sound to speak and capture our attention. If you are a young pianist watching this who is thinking of going in for the Leeds, you may be surprised to know how much we are on your side, how we bond with you over the rounds, and will you on to be inspired and to give of your best. The Leeds very much believes in the spirit of support as well as excellence. And we are keenly aware, all of us, of the huge task of every competitor in preparing and delivering the very large amount of repertoire. We pianists are lucky to have such a large choice of repertoire, and our artistic director Adam Gatehouse and I spend a lot of time compiling varied repertoire that will, in any case, be of use to you in the years going forward, so that even if you don't get one of those coveted prizes, you will have achieved putting a lot of repertoire under your belt and at the highest standard. And of this alone, you can be proud.
Being part of the Leeds means working alongside world-class artists. In the chamber round, you'll collaborate with the brilliant Kaleidoscope Chamber Collective. And then in the final, you'll get to play your concerto with the world-renowned Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra and its conductor, Domingo Indoyan.
Hi, I'm Elena Uriosti, violinist and one of the co-founders of the Kaleidoscope Chamber Collective, and I am so excited to be playing chamber music at the upcoming Leeds competition. Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamt of being a violin soloist. The allure of playing concertos with an orchestra was so appealing. But I would say for just about as long, I really yearned to make music with people, truly with people, being part of the decision-making process and crafting something from the ground up. And I think that that's what chamber music really affords all of us as musicians. It's so important for building musical skills, but also life skills in terms of healthy communication, listening, patience, finding common ground, all skills that really transfer to all areas of life and onto the stage as a soloist working with conductors and great orchestras. From the time I was a young teenager and playing with orchestras, I would get comments from musicians in the orchestra as well as conductors about just my listening skills, and I think I can owe that all to playing quartets and trios from a young age. So I'm so excited to do that with all of the competitors, make music together from the ground up. It's just the best thing there is. So really looking forward.
We really love Leeds, and it is a true piano city. You'll find pianos on every street corner, in the shopping centres, in the theatres as part of our piano trail, and you'll meet a huge cross-section of people of all ages and cultures playing them. Alongside the competition for the whole time that you're here, there's a whole host of piano-related and music events that will be happening in various parts of the city as part of our creative learning and engagement programme. We're going to have events that showcase the versatility of the piano across lots of different genres, jazz and gospel and blues and classical, of course. And you'll also see the piano's potential to collaborate with different art forms. So we'll be involving theatre makers and fine artists and sculptural engineers in a real host of events spread right across the city. And I hope very much that while you're here, you'll come and join us for some of them.
Over the coming months, we'll be hosting a series of online question sessions where you'll get the chance to ask us more about your competition journey and what to expect when you come to Leeds. These will help you with advice and support of how to make the best application possible. We'll be announcing these sessions soon, so keep an eye on our website and our socials to keep in touch with us. The road to Leeds 2024 starts now. But to finish, we have one final message from a very special guest.
Hi everyone, it's Lang Lang. The Leeds International Piano Competition has such a rich legacy of discovering exceptional pianists who have gone on to shape the world of classical music. And now it's your turn. Applications are now open, so please don't miss the chance to be part of this great legacy and embark on a journey that could change your life. Please visit the competition's website now for more information and to apply. I can't wait to see the magic you bring to this amazing stage. Go Leeds!